Warzone. I mean, it's been out for about a year now, and it's been getting a little bit stale. And I mean, okay, I get it. New season's coming out in a couple days. It's gonna shake everything up, but there just hasn't been a whole lot in Warzone that's interested me for the past couple months. You know, same old glitches, same old OP guns. It just felt a little samey. Then I remembered a couple of months ago I had an idea. A terrible, awful, wonderful, ridiculous, miserable, amazing idea that might actually work. What if you had a launcher secondary that wasn't affected by a trophy system? Welcome to the Rytec Explodey Boy. I don't even know what to say, okay? This sniper is clunky, it's slow, I don't recommend you use it. But there's just something so funny about funny sniper go boom. I can't explain it. It's just like my childlike brain, I guess. Like whenever I use this thing, I start cackling like a maniacal idiot. It's just, I don't know. There's something about calculating like their movement as they're running across, and you have to figure out, okay, so the bullet drop is going to go about this far and the wind is blowing at this direction. If they move at that current speed, I have to aim here for this triangle of doom in order to hit them. And it's so much fun to use. Oh, and that's not even mentioning the main reason why I use this thing, which is the damage to vehicles. So in case you don't know, the Rytec sniper rifle has explosive rounds. You can use thermite rounds, but the thermite rounds don't do as much damage to vehicles anymore. So you have a Rytec 50 cal sniper rifle with explosive payload. The benefits of this is explosions every time you shoot something. The downsides is that it's a really, really slow bullet with a lot of bullet drop, so it takes a very long time to get used to this thing. Think of this thing like somewhere between a crossbow and a Pila. Like it's somewhere in this weird twilight zone of Warzone that just doesn't exist for most guns, and that's kind of why I love it. And if you're curious as to how much damage this thing actually does to vehicles, let's take a quick look. ATVs die in 2 shots. Jeeps die in 3 shots. SUVs, it was kind of tricky. I was getting like mixed numbers. I believe it's 5 shots to disable and 6 shots to completely blow it up. I could be wrong on this one. I think it just has to do with how far away they are and like the range of it. Bertha, you can get a disable in 10 rounds, which is 2 magazines. And helicopters, again, much like the SUV, it was kind of hard to get an exact beat on it. Close range, I was exploding a helicopter at 6 shots. Longer range, it took more than that. So I guess it just depends on how far away they are, because helicopters are generally really far away. 6 shots is what you're aiming for. Probably gonna take about 8 to 10 shots. Is this thing more difficult to use than a launcher? Yes. Absolutely yes. Launchers are so much easier to use than a Rytec sniper rifle because launchers fire much faster. However, remember, the Rytec is not affected by trophy systems. That is the whole point. If they have a trophy system on their vehicle, the Rytec looks at that and goes, I'm gonna kill that thing. It's amazing. I love it so much. Also, don't forget, this is still a sniper rifle. It has a 2-shot kill, I believe, anywhere on the body because of the explosions, and it's a 1-shot kill to the head. Now, that might not be entirely accurate, but the explosion radius is big enough that I can't really tell if I was hitting on upper torso or lower torso. I really don't know. All I know is that this thing is a pretty consistent 2-shot down. There are 2 ways to go about kitting this gun. One is the loud and proud, and the other is the sneaky boom. Basically, I'm just saying you can either run it with the suppressor or with stipple grip tape / the S-Vol stock, aim down sight speed stock, whatever it's called. One feels better to use because you have a faster movement speed / aim down sight speed. It's just a little bit better to use and better to feeling to use. But the other one is suppressed, which is also really nice. Now, the suppressor on the Rytec does say that it extends the damage range, but I didn't really notice that much of a damage range increase, so I'm sure it does help, but at the moment I will say both are good. go with what you feel like fits with your playstyle more. If you want to just kind of sit back, let your team go in, provide suppressing fire, I would go with the suppressor version. If you are more of an up in your face kind of a person, then I would go with the faster movement handling one. This is a pure secondary specialty type gun, which means you will need to pair this with a Swiss Army gun in order to run this effectively. Personally, I would run either the FFAR, or as I like to call it, the Fear, the M4, Uzi with Action Express rounds, which is still surprisingly quite good and has quite good damage values, and if you want to watch a video on that, click over there, or the Cold War AUG / Cold War M16, whichever one you have leveled up and you like to use more. These are both underrated guns that are very, very strong. This gun shines in trios. It can work decently well in quads. It does nothing in duos, so trios is the nice sweet spot for this weapon. People are still running around in trios with vehicles, but there's not full teams of 4 people ready to hop out with the aim of a Fortnite build god that just did lines of G Fuel. So yeah, trios is a nice little spot for this gun. In conclusion, is this gonna break the meta? No. I couldn't even get through that sentence. No, absolutely not. This thing is not gonna break the meta. It's not even gonna like be a blip on the radar. But if you want to have some fun with Warzone again and you've just kind of been getting tired of the same old, give it a try. I mean, I've been having a blast with this thing. You can tell, like, I can't contain my joy talking about this thing because it's hilarious. I mean, look at this. It's just funny sniper go boom. I love it. If you have any other off-meta guns that you want me to try, let me know by dropping by my live stream on Twitch every Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, guys, take care, and remember, funny sniper go boom.